guys, how y'all doing? It is Cree 21 Boom coming back, like I promised, with another eligible bachelor here in Central Texas. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but y'all know how this single segment go. I ask questions, y'all ask questions that y'all want to know, and then he answers or not, whatever. And then we
Mm.
just kind of talk about it and we vibe out. And hopefully we can make some kind of meaningful connection with somebody in the world or not. I mean, I'm not sure why it's hard for me to get ladies on here, but men coming through for me. I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate Jay from coming on the show. So without further ado, I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hello, my name is Jay. I'm 43 years old. I just had my birthday, so celebrate that. I just,
Happy
you know what I'm
birthday.
saying? We went to Puerto Rico, had a blast with friends and family. So, but
Nice.
43 years old. I'm retired military. I just moved back to Central Texas from Georgia. I am a teacher right now in middle school, and I enjoy motorcycle riding. I enjoy traveling a lot. I use my passport. I love seeing the world. I'm a history teacher, so obviously I go out. I do the history stuff when I do have a chance. And I'm a big movie buff. I just saw Sinners yesterday.
How
Amazing
was it?
film.
How was it?
It was a cinematic masterpiece, 10 out of 10. And I hate Michael B. Jordan with a passion, but I will tell you that this is his training day. It's, it was phenomenal.
With the passion.
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
sure what
spoil
he
nothing.
did to you, but
It was phenomenal. I will say
you're
that.
just not a fan or what? You said you hate Michael B. That's a
I
strong word,
don't
hate.
Michael Jordan just to me has never been a solid actor. He's good in his niche, but he be stepping out too much. But yeah,
Okay,
Sinners
well,
was fire.
hopefully he made you convince you to be
Oh
a
yeah, this
fan.
one convinced me for sure. This one convinced me
Okay.
for sure. I'm gonna go see it again. So and
All
then
right.
I just like big fan of music, concerts, listening any new albums. I'm a big R&B guy. 1980s, 70s, 60s, 90s, 2000s. A lot of us live in the 90s and 2000s R&B, but I like some of the new stuff that comes out. So I'm a big music buff, and then I love teaching.
What's your name again?
Jay,
So we're going by Jay. Okay.
yeah, we're going by Jay.
Absolutely. All right. You done already answered at least five of my questions already with your brief synopsis of your life. Okay. But I'm still going to go through my questions as I always do. And ladies in the audience, yes, I'm talking to the ladies. If y'all have any questions for Jay, y'all put them in there and y'all know I'll talk about them and he'll answer them however he see fit. So to start it off with, my number one question is, what's your name? He just said it. His name is Jay. Obviously, that came in the introduction. And he also said his age, which is the number two question. And it was what, if you don't mind me asking
40,
again?
43. I just turned 43, March
43.
24th.
Happy belated birthday to you, sir. I'm sure you had an amazing time.
Oh,
Now,
we
the
did.
number three question is, where are you from and where do you currently reside?
So I'm originally from Maryland, but I just moved back to Central Texas like last July. So
Oh,
right now I reside in Central Texas, about an hour north of Austin. So, but I'm originally from Maryland.
without giving your address, do you mind giving the city?
I'm in Copper Cove.
All right, thank you, because I know somebody's gonna ask that or wonder that.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, and do you have children?
Yes, I have five total. My two oldest are adopted. So they're 25. They're grown and gone. 25, 23, 23. My 19-year-old is in college in Philadelphia, attending Temple University, finishing his first year. Super proud. Me and his mother are. He's killing it. I think he's an AB honor roll student. So we've never been prouder.
Nice.
And then I moved back here for my daughter, who is about 14 months.
Okay. Hey, Linda, I see you chiming in. I need y'all to get them questions ready for Jay because he's ready.
Yes,
All right. Can she have kids?
of course. I wouldn't stop listening. I sorry. I think that you shouldn't take any of that off the table because I've met some people in my age range that have never had kids. And I wouldn't tell somebody that wanted to date me or marry me, that no, that's just not a thing. Because why take that away? Kids are amazing. Kids are the best part of my life, hands down. I would never take that
I love
away.
that. I love that. And one thing that we say about our school district, we definitely need more male teachers that look like us and our children. So I commend you on being a teacher as well. And that's one of the things we actually look for, like a man who loves children. That's great, right? Linda is asking me, what's the topic? Friend, it says single, single, singles. Look out. Where's the love? This is my single segment, and I have a young gentleman on here. If you are single, I can't get the women to come on though for whatever reason, Jay. I don't know what's going on with that. But if you
Well,
are
because
single and you have questions for Jay, this is the time to ask whatever you want to know. He's willing.
I think I know how the women don't come on.
Go ahead. Tell me why the women don't come on. As a matter of fact, tell everybody what you think about the women and why they don't come on. And I'm gonna be right back. I gotta run in the kitchen and stop something
Yeah,
real quick.
get me in trouble, but I'll say it anyway. Listen,
Go ahead. I
I
know,
don't think
right?
women I
Say
don't
it.
think women come on shows on the internet, um, because the internet's forever. Whatever you say, whatever's posted, it's gonna be forever, and the internet is vicious, man. They'll tell you apart for any little thing, how your house look, how your hair look, the standards that you put out there, if you broadcast your income. It's just hard.
We talking
It's
about
just
dating
hard.
in general.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry, I got some on the stove.
women get
You got women
women I
cooking
think
right
women
now.
get judged harder, um, because when they come on the internet, because they get judged by the men and the women. I think the men when men come on, the dudes, if you look in the comments, the dudes really don't be there to be like, "Man, bro got it tough," da, 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 like, chiming in. They usually just let the women chime in, but when women come on, the men chime in and the women chime in. Like, "Have more respect for yourself. Don't do this, don't do that," and then the men are in there saying negative things as well. I can see why women don't like coming on.
Hmm. Okay, that I'm sure is a part of why women don't want to come on. Fear of being judged, fear of being looked at like I'm desperate, or you know what I mean. But we're on dating sites. Like these dating sites wouldn't even be popular if we weren't on dating sites. Like I don't get that. This show is just another avenue to display that you are seeking somebody and you want people to see, hey, this is me. I'm a cool catch, whatever the case may be. So regardless if you're doing it on my show or on dating sites, you're on the internet and your face is out there. And once it's out there, friends, it's out there forever. So why
It is,
not support your girl?
it
Linda
is.
says, I didn't see it, so I guess I need to excuse myself. Okay, girl. And then there's the laughing emoji. Okay, friend. Ladies, if y'all watching, y'all got any questions? We just got this interview started. I am cooking something. I'm not sure why I started cooking during my interview time, but it's almost
Right,
done.
right.
So I might have to leave you one more time. I'm gonna apologize in advance because I promise you I'm not really a rude host, but I am hungry.
No,
All
listen,
right,
it's
so
anytime.
I think we left off on can she have kids? You love kids, which is amazing. How about pets?
So I'm good with pets. I'm a dog person. But
Okay.
it just honestly, it just depends on the amount. Because 'cause I've met some people. I met a lady who was, like, 39. She had, like, 5 dogs. I
That's
was
a lot.
like, "That's a lot.
What's the
That's
cutoff?
like a to take in." And my thing with pets is this, I'm paranoid, and
Mm,
I had a dog, I'm about to get another one, but I just don't wanna have, like, a pet smelling home. You know what I'm talking
mm.
about? Where,
Yeah,
like,
that's huge.
it doesn't smell like flowers or clean products, it just smells like the pets, and there's, like, hair
Right,
everywhere, and a lot of that that's my thing. Can they have pets? Yes, but it honestly, it just depends on the amount and the type of pet.
right. It's not you don't want to live with the pet's house. You want the pet to live in your house. I got it.
That's how I see it, but I see some people have, like, an absurd amount, like 3 plus
And
dogs.
you
I'm like,
live with the pets. I've smelt it. I
"Yeah,
mean, I've
that's like a
experienced it.
lot."
I've experienced it. All right,
And
now
plus
does she
having
have
pets
to be low?
uh,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, stop having pets, I think, stops you from doing a lot of things that you really can't do dating wise. Because imagine you're grown, right? You don't have kids or your kids are grown and gone, but you have like 2 or 3 dogs or cats or whatever. And then you're like, "Hey, let's take a road trip this weekend. We're off. I'll grab you Friday and we'll head out to Dallas for the weekend or something." Now you need to get a pet sitter or you gotta make sure everything is taken care of there. You can't really do those things. You wanna go out of town for a week. in the summer to go to Puerto Rico. That's a lot of pets are hard to take care of.
Yeah. I get it because I have a dog and he's like my baby. And when I get ready to go, if I don't have a sitter, not going, or if I'm not, I don't have a secure,
Yeah,
and
I was
it
the same
can't
way.
just be anybody. It can't just be anybody. It's literally like my kid. Like I have to be secure and safe, knowing that my dog is safe. So I get it. Now, does she have to be local, and are you willing to travel?
Oh, I love traveling. So no, she doesn't have to be local, but I think that the hardest part about a long distance relationship is that when y'all start catching feelings, or you have that general attraction for that energy to be around you, then that missing you part gets really hard, especially if you both have like careers. Like
Mhm.
teaching is not um, a simple job. It really does take up an absorbent amount of my time. And for a long distance relationship, that would probably be hard for someone to take.
So, but would you do a long distance relationship
100%. 100% would travel.
though? Okay, okay.
I dated
Um,
someone for like 6 months and they were on the East Coast.
we'll talk about that. That's a part of my list too. Zodiac sign, and is there a sign you wouldn't date or that you would absolutely stay away from?
So I know my zodiac sign because people have told me. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. I know my zodiac sign is Aries. Is there a sign I would not date? No, because I don't believe in the sign stuff. So
Okay. What do
I
they say
honestly
about you that with the Aries thing?
so I'll be honest with you. Usually when people ask me that, I usually lie initially and tell them a different birthday, and then this is exactly the sign. This is exactly what I hear every single time I lie about my birthday. Oh, that fits you. You seem like that. I'm like,
They just go along and get along,
they
right?
don't. That's my thing about this. I'm cool with the signs and everything, but when
Mhm.
people use it for their actual dating, those are people I really don't. I kid you not. I went on a date like a couple of years ago. Fantastic first date. Finished eating, walked her to a car. She's like, "Hey, before you go," she was like, "What's your sign?" I was like, "I don't know." I told her my birthday. She's like, "Oh, you're Aries. I dated Aries before. I'm never dating Aries again." I never heard from her again. I never heard from her
Wow,
again.
didn't even give you the benefit of the doubt.
Oh,
So
she's
this
and
is
I
one
was
of the things I'm hearing with like females, like putting all these stipulations on their person, and it's kind of narrowing their dating pool to like a little circle. Like he has to be this, he has to be that, he has to meet this qualification, and then they don't even meet the qualifications themselves. It's absurd, but that's another podcast. So moving right along, what do you do for a living? You answered that already in the beginning as well.
middle
Does
school.
she middle school, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does she have to make a certain amount of money?
No, I make an absurd amount of money. I don't need money.
Make a
I
certain.
don't need money. I make trust me. I make enough.
Okay. I love when men say that because some men, there are some men out here now that's like putting that type of stipulation on whoever they deal with. Like she has to this or that.
So I never understood I only don't me personally in personal experience, I don't understand the money thing because I dated someone that made like $30,000 and I've dated someone that had like 4 thriving businesses and had money to burn. I never got none of it. Like,
It's
so
still
why does
theirs,
it
right?
matter? So I learned like, why does it matter? I went I dated a hair salon lady in Georgia and she had money out the wazoo, like, and everyone's. I went to her birthday party. It was the most lavish thing I ever seen in my life, and I was like, "Oh, she got money, money." And they're like, "It must be nice dating her." I was like, "Why? She don't buy me nothing. I'm not
Right.
getting none of that
You
shit."
still dating her, right? You still
I,
paying for the dates too?
I pay for all the dates. I'm paying for the
I'll
outings, the
be
trips.
right
I'm
back.
like,
Oh my God, that
money
is
don't make no difference. As long as you're financially stable, man, that's all that really matters. Honestly, other than that, life on life. So I don't care if she make money or not. But I mean, like one bit.
all right. No more interruptions. No more interruptions. It's done. It's done, 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 done. All right. We don't care about the money. Awesome. What
Yeah.
kind of person are you looking for? And when I say that, I mean, if you can give me three qualities that you are looking for in your person, That would be great. Or you
Um,
can answer it however you see fit.
so I'm looking for someone who's honest with themselves, who's comfortable with themselves, and someone that's okay with being vulnerable with me.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
So
Well, that kind of
I'll
puts time
elaborate
on it.
a little bit. So
Do
the
you like a
honesty part,
person?
right?
Okay, go ahead. I'll just let you explain it. Go ahead.
So the honesty part, right? I know a lot of people, especially since I date my age range, right, 40 and up, that we've been through things, right?
Hmm.
But at some point, for me, uh, the things that we've been through either become a part of us, or we work and get past those things. But if it's still affecting your day to day decision, especially when it comes to dating or working, whatever, then you should be honest about that. I don't like people that trauma dump in the beginning as a way of getting out
Hmm.
of it later. If I tell you that, hey, I had trust issues, that doesn't excuse me to be jealous 6 months later and be all in your phone
Hmm.
and stalking outside your house. You know what I'm saying? So honesty, yes. And it's someone who's comfortable, like comfortable with themselves and comfortable with me. If we dated for 3 weeks and you like really miss me, you like really miss me, or you feel like you're catching feelings, there's nothing wrong with telling me that. You're not gonna I'm not gonna take it and run with it. I'm not like as soon as you tell me I'll put your name on a house or something, or have you buy me a car. But people are like, yeah, I don't want to share my feelings. Like for what? What's the point of keeping it a secret?
And that's the thing you was talking about, like bringing that with you, your past trauma, because clearly they probably shared it with someone and they took advantage of it. So that's
Yeah,
another
yeah,
thing that I talk about. Every experience with a new person should be a new experience. It shouldn't be reliving a past experience. So, but a lot of
yeah.
people have to actually learn that, like, and actually put that towards put it towards their life because people struggle in that area. And that's why everybody keeps saying, you need counseling, you need counseling. Seek therapy, seek therapy.
Yeah,
How do
my
you feel
therapist
about
told me that
therapy?
like 6 years ago. My therapist told me that like 6 years ago, and I've been running with it ever since. That's my favorite line. I promise.
So these things you are seeking from the person, do you possess those qualities yourself?
Oh yeah, listen, I'm honest. And I'm definitely comfortable with who I am.
Okay.
That don't bother me one bit. I'm probably too comfortable with who I am, too honest with who I am.
I don't know if there's a too honest or a too comfortable. I
So
think the more you are in touch with yourself or in tune with yourself, the better you are to live out your purpose. Because
that's true.
if you
That's true.
lost and thinking you're this and you're not, living a facade, that's, you know, the more you are your authentic self, the better you are. So I don't know about that too. I love that though. I love that about you. Ladies, if y'all have any questions, I can't believe y'all dry today. Like we got a nice teacher up in here. Uh,
'Cause I ain't got
Smile.
no drama.
Look at that.
'Cause I
Right?
ain't got no
Right.
drama. Like,
Right. You're not the bad boy. Come on, ladies. Y'all
listen,
need to
I'm
get it
I'm
together.
not
We
the
need,
bad
we need
boy.
the good
I
guys.
promise. I'm
All right.
I'm a runaround type person. I'm not the bad boy. I
But
might seem
there are a
like
lot of women seeking like good guys. Like I do hear that a lot. But I think a lot of them don't really know what they want. Like they say that and then they get that and then it doesn't work out for whatever reason. But that's not what
a
this show is
healthy
about.
relationship. A healthy relation. Let me say it right, because I think we
Go
always
ahead.
confuse these two things. I think a healthy relationship without resources is boring for most people, and because it's boring, that's why they don't want it. Like, think
Mm,
about it. If you're like in a struggle relationship, right? The excitement is being able to make it happen.
right.
Right? That's part of the fantasy. Like, look, I had nothing and I made this birthday party happen, or I made this trip happen. But if you're in a healthy relationship, but y'all don't have any resources, then you're just coming home, spending time together, coming home, spending time together, coming home, and then people get bored of the same routine because you don't have the resources to really change it up.
Mm.
I think that's the problem. If you have resources, I think a healthy relationship is fine for most people. They just don't really have the resources.
Well, when you say they don't have resources, meaning like extra money to go on trips, like what are you?
Yep.
I think that you don't really need money to be creative. I think, um, like for me, for example, uh, because what boring looks like to me is just sitting around doing nothing, like all day, every day, like just the same routine, right? So if you and your partner, because what's inexpensive is like you using your brain, um, spa day, like you do a massage each other, whatever, going to the park. Like these things are inexpensive. There are a lot of inexpensive things that you can do to make your relationship put a little spark in there. And then just thinking outside the box is attractive in itself. So you don't necessarily need a lot of money as far as resources, but you just got to think outside the box. You can't be content or complacent. I think complacent relationships make for boring relationships.
So I think that's the catch-22
Yeah.
because, um, yes, you could think outside the box and you don't need money to do some of those things, but does your woman like those things? Is she
Mm,
willing to do those things? Because we talk about it all the time, yeah, like a coffee date, a walk is inexpensive, don't cost nothing. But some people are not outdoorsy people.
that's true too. But
Some
I like
people
that type of stuff.
look,
But that's true too. Yeah, that's
it's
true.
the South down here. Hey, I've never went line dancing. I've never been to a trail ride. I've never been to a rodeo, but you know how many women in the South, that's their thing? That's their thing. That's what they love.
I
So,
love
like,
it.
at for me, I can jump out of my comfort zone and be like, "I've never done this, let me try it." But if I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Hey, you know, you wanna do this," and it's not her thing, and she's not open to trying new things, then yeah, your suggestions are gonna fall on deaf ears, and it's gonna go right back to where it was.
But I think the important part is to have the suggestions. You know what I mean? So if you the boring is you don't even have the suggestions, like or the mindset of trying to do something outside of the box. It's just being complacent and where you at. Like I ain't bothering you, don't bother me, and I think that makes for boring. But just to have those thoughts, it's like okay, I'm trying. I think women will like adhere to that. Like okay, he's trying, let me stick to it. Okay. Paula wants to know what middle school do you teach at? Now, obviously, it's
Uh,
totally up to you if you want to
I'll
divulge.
tell you, I mean, we got security, so I'll tell you, I teach at, Eastern Hills. I teach at Eastern Hills Middle School. My son attended there like 12 years ago, and I was blessed to get an opportunity to teach there. So I teach at Eastern Hills. I rep Eastern Hills all day. I wear the gear. I love
Hey.
I
All
love
right.
it.
Have you ever been married? Let's get a little deeper.
Yes, I've been married
How many times?
twice. I got married once when I was 23, when I just joined the military, and then I got remarried again when I was 34.
Okay.
So both marriages lasted about 5 years.
Are you dating with the intention to remarry?
Of course, I absolutely. I listen. I can't wait to be a house husband. I'm all for it.
I
I'm
love
all for it.
that. I love
I
that.
can't wait to be married. And I
Is
mean,
it
that's the
because you
problem.
feel like you done playing? Like you've been done playing? Like
No, I never wanted to be in the streets are not fun. I don't understand what people be talking about. Like, I was never trying to play. I never thought I was gonna get listen, when I got married the first time, I was young and dumb. I made a bunch of young, dumb decisions. We both did. We were young, we were emotional. We were like 23.
right.
So when I got remarried with the intention of never getting divorced again, but my ex man, she didn't like the settled down life. She wanted to get back
Oh,
out there. She missed it. So I mean, it takes two people to be married, so you can't do nothing about it.
absolutely.
But I did not plan. I was insanely happy in my second one. I promise you, I can't name one. I can't name one argument. Like I was good. I
That's
did a
crazy.
blast. So yeah, I do want to get remarried, but you got to find the right person. And then of course, I don't. I'm not doing another divorce. So if we get married, that's it. You stuck. So
I love that. I love that. I love that. Dating with intention. I love that. All right. So, what are some of your deal breakers?
deal breakers. Let me think. What would be the actual deal breaker? Um, I think indecisiveness in where you want the relationship to go is a deal breaker for me. Um, what else would be a deal breaker? Obviously, no physical violence at all. That would be weird. But I think mostly just indecisiveness in where you want the relationship. Because I've met people, and instead of just saying, "Hey, I like you. I like where this is, and I would like to pursue something," they'll be like, "Hey, look, I'm not looking for nothing serious." So, like,
That's
cool.
a
But we
common
end up
phrase.
going
Mm.
on like 4 or 5 dates, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh no, well now that I got to know you, I would like something serious." I'm like, that indecisiveness is not doesn't work for me.
Attractive, huh?
Yeah, and then I think that's really it. I mean, as far as deal breakers go, just indecisiveness. I feel like um, do what you can afford. If your conscience will let you lie to me every day and come home and sleep well, then that's on you. I'm not the type to go through your phone or chase you down or check your location or nothing. I'm the type to talk to you, check in, tell you what's on my mind. You don't want to talk about nothing? I got it. If you want to disappear for 5 days, that's on you. Like I'm not about to chase you down.
Hey, I love that. You know why? Because I say love is freedom. You gotta let a person show you what they rather do so you can know what they rather do.
Yeah.
Um, that running up behind them and checking them and stalking them, hiding in the bushes. I done heard all kind of stories. Like it doesn't lead you anywhere but jail, like in the crazy house. That's it. All that other stuff, you gotta let people be them. I like that. I really do. Paula says we love it. Chanel says, "What's your type?" If you have a type,
So
because I don't ask that question
so
because most guys they say they don't have a type. It's like you know when you know, you click when you click.
so I will tell you that for like the majority of my life, my type has been dark-skinned black women, like just chocolate chocolate
Oh
women.
dang, you just knocked
But
Chanel right out the box.
no, but listen, as I got older, I realized that like I wouldn't just box in because maybe my wife is not, you know, the
Exactly.
so
That's
I
that
think I
narrowing
think
your pool.
I think when people say if it clicks, it clicks, that should be it for real. I mean,
The
it's
connection.
2025. If you find someone that you connect with and y'all genuinely like each other, then why would you not explore it?
What are
So
you doing? Right.
I will say this: I still do lean towards the sisters. Like I still like if there was a bunch of single women in a room, the first person I'm looking at are the black women. So it's not that the other women are unattractive or anything. I don't know. It's just been in me. It's it's let me say it right. It's a preference.
I was getting ready to
It's a
say it. I
preference.
was waiting for you to pause in there. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with preferences as long as you're open minded, like because that's a closed minded. I can only have this. I only want that. And again, you narrowing your dating pool, and you don't want to narrow it. You want to widen it because the older we get, it narrows on its own.
Oh yeah,
Paula
definitely.
said, "We love it." Statement meant for loving line dance. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try line dance. I'm gonna try it. It's a lot. I saw a class. I think they was giving a class.
Uh-huh.
Um, in Killeen. I was like, that's a lot. It was it was like step one, 8 steps. I was like, oh no. No, oh no.
Step one, eight
Step
steps. It
two,
was
8 steps. I was like, oh no, this thing is like 42 steps. And then she's like, repeat. I'm like, man, it's 40 steps. Repeat. I'm
ah,
just
that
you
is
know what,
too funny.
I'm just gonna stick to reggae gold music. I was like, y'all, I'll sit on the sideline and watch because I don't know how y'all
I love
memorize
it,
all these
man.
steps.
I love
I
it.
don't
I love it.
keep it
Hopefully,
shuffle.
it's not another distraction for the black people, because you know everybody across the world doing it now. Like it makes me think
And you
like
know what?
something big is happening
I
soon.
I absolutely love that black people are still running the world whenever they feel like it. So
I love
I
it.
love that it's a distraction. Let them like I've seen the meme where they're like the world is burning and black people are line dancing. Good. I absolutely support it. I absolutely support it. Go have some good times, man,
Oh,
because
you already know we're gonna have
that
a good
never
time no
changes.
matter what's going on.
That
Hell, I
never
can
changes.
imagine the slaves back in the days turning up, being lit. Like we're gonna
Yeah,
enjoy
like
whatever was going on in the world.
it has been like that. Like in that Sinners movie, right? It takes place during the
Hey,
Great
don't you
Depression.
tell, don't give away nothing now.
I'm
Hold
not
on.
giving away. Look, as a history
Okay.
teacher, right? I just
All
took
right.
my students through the Great Depression, right?
Okay.
1929, moving up. The Sinners movie takes place during Great Depression. What the black people doing?
Oh,
Dancing and singing and drinking. I was like, see, this is what we do. It's always been bad. We just party through it.
give us that
But
little bit
people
of
don't
hope.
understand like how much black culture it has taken over the world because think about it. when black people were on top of making all these dances, right? It was all that was on TikTok, all that was on Instagram was the new dance. When black
Hmm.
people decided to stop making dances and post them and started making like comedy sketch content, then that became the number one thing. Now that black people are back to dancing, what is the number one trending topic in the world? Line dancing. Like we literally have the
It's
culture.
power when we get together in numbers. I'm telling you, it's power. And it shows everywhere. Like, for some reason, though. All right. That's another podcast, friend. That's another podcast.
I
All
talk
right.
about anything. I'm
Right.
built for it. So
Did I ask you, does she have to look a certain way? I know
no, she
somebody
doesn't have
asked
to
you
look a
what's your
certain way.
type, but
She doesn't have
I'm
to look a certain way.
okay. All right.
I mean, everybody is who they are. Some people, I as an adult, I can tell you that people should be comfortable in their own skin. But also,
Important.
mm, you have to be there's a health comfort as well. So when people are like, "Oh man, I weigh 200 pounds," that's cool. If that's your healthy weight, that's your healthy weight. There's nothing wrong with you being 200 pounds.
Right.
You know, it just depends on how you carry it. That's all. I'm 200 pounds now. I was like, "Oh God, I
You
just
are
carry
not
myself."
200
Like,
pounds.
I'm 200 solid. Crazy. I'm 200 pounds. If you see me, it
Huh.
would not look like it until you try to
Yeah,
move me.
I don't believe it.
I'm solid. I'm solid. I put the
All right.
same.
When was your last relationship? I think you touched upon it a little bit.
Um, November last year would have
And
been, I guess,
why did it
consistent.
end? Or should I say, why do you think it ended?
Um, I dated for a little bit, but just the feelings weren't growing. So we had to sit down and have that adult conversation. Like it was cool. It's a great person, great career. Um, God fearing, went to church together a lot, but it just wasn't growing into something that would have emotionally like sustained.
Okay.
So and at this juncture, I don't want to waste someone's time, and I don't want to waste mine. So if we get to a point and I don't have like the feelings that I believe should be there, then I'm not gonna. Then we're gonna have a conversation about it, and depending on how that conversation goes, then we can just we'll go.
I commend you on that as well. Like, man, there's so many men out here like just breadcrumbing women, knowing they have no intentions on being with them, no intentions on being in relationships with them, but yet they giving them just enough hope so that they can keep coming back to get whatever need they get met by this woman or man. I'm sure it goes both ways, but I don't like that. I think, like you just said, when you know that it's not going nowhere, that's a conversation, and you just need to let it go because that could be somebody else's wife or husband. Do you
Yeah.
think you did everything you can though to make that last relationship work?
Oh yeah. Listen. Oh yeah. If I if she's a good person, but if I post the text messages, and she was like, um, we'll come back after the conversation, and then she sent me like this long text message that was crazy. So I was like, it's probably where it needs to be. I don't I don't regret it. I think we both was 100% in. We spent the majority of our time together, any free time together, we spent together trying to grow in our hobbies, and as together, it just wasn't elevating emotionally.
And that's okay, people. Like, this is for me. It is okay. If you gave your 100%, they gave their 100%, and it didn't work out, it's okay. It's life. It's a process of elimination so that you can get to where you're supposed to be with whatever said person. Now, answer this. Why would someone be blessed to be with you?
Oh man. Um, why would someone be blessed to be with me? Okay. So I answer it two ways. One, if they have kids, I absolutely love kids. Most of my day is spent with kids. I have my own kid. So um, family stuff, family ideas, fun outings, like it's Easter weekend,
Hmm.
building an Easter egg in the backyard is super cool. I did that for my daughter today. But also, um, I'm established. Like I don't need anything from somebody. So I know a lot of people are worried about getting into a relationship, loving somebody being used. But I don't. I got a house and cars and all that stuff. So I'm really just here to have find someone that wants to have a good time.
Ranger. Sorry. Ranger, hush! Ranger. Sorry, Ranger's like turning up. Ranger. Ooch, ooch, ooch. I'm so sorry. He just going, okay.
I said, that's why you're a dog. You should get a goat.
All right. I think you answered it in full context. Does religion matter and can she be atheist?
Religion matters to me, and
Okay.
trying to raise my children in the church, but does it matter for her? No, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, I'm still gonna practice my religion. So if it comes to a conflict of interest, then we'll have that conversation. But
So she can be atheist?
you can be atheist.
Wow. Now that's different.
Uh,
Ladies, y'all got any questions now? This is different. Like he's really open-minded. Like that's huge. I really love that. That's good stuff. Now, how long have you been single? Single.
so what, like 5 months?
Okay. You know why I asked that question? You'd be surprised when I have men on here and they tell me about their last relationship. And then I ask them how long they've been single and it don't match up. You passed, friend. It matched up. I love it.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
oh my God. Chanel said she just can't be light
She
skinned.
can be anything she wants to be. I told you that was my old thing. Like she can be anything she wants to be. I,
Chanel, he said if you think about his past situations, they all were like dark. He said he's opened his mind up, broadened his horizon, and now she can be whatever she wants to. He does not have a preference on what you look like. So, friend, there's hope. And what do you think about smoking and drinking? Anything?
um. So, all right. Let me frame this carefully. Okay. I don't care about if you're a drinker. Excessive drinking might be crazy. Depending on the situation. If it's like a wedding or something, I can understand you getting drunk. Family reunion, I can understand that. But like on a random like Tuesday, I don't know about getting plastered on a Tuesday. As far as smoking, each their own. I came up in the military, so if you smoke, I get it. But my only thing with smoking is it sticks to your clothes. It takes away your smell. So if you
And that
smoke, yeah,
secondhand smoking is worse than the person smoking themselves,
yeah.
especially
So
around a children.
oh, there won't be no smoking around my baby. Absolutely, absolutely
Period.
not.
Chanel
Like,
said you started off with the I like chocolate women.
I, I I did start off. That's when I was like 19. That's how I started. I like chocolate women, but as I got older, my ex-wife was not chocolate. Um, so I don't know what to tell you.
What's she
I,
talking about
I
Taco Tuesday?
Taco
She
Tuesday.
inviting you to Taco Tuesday? I don't know. You might not want your first date to be Taco Tuesday though.
I absolutely listen. I absolutely love tacos. I'm down. I'm down.
Okay, never mind. You down for a good taco?
Who don't love a taco crawl? Who don't love a good taco crawl? I'm for it. I'm absolutely for
All
Taco
right.
Tuesday.
I got about three more questions and then we're gonna shut this down. Hey girls, if y'all got, I'm sorry, women, if y'all have any more questions for them, I need y'all to come on with it. She said no. I don't know what she meant by no. Oh, maybe she don't want the first date to be Taco Tuesday.
So I
Okay.
want
Well,
to
you put Taco
Taco
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I don't know what's happening. I'm just going off what you said, young lady. But he down for a taco, so hey,
Who is down for tacos? Make that a deal breaker. If you don't like tacos, just go ahead.
if you don't like
You
tacos,
tell
it's a
someone.
deal breaker.
I'll tell someone
Who
that don't
doesn't
like
like
tacos.
tacos though,
Take
like
that.
you said?
Yeah.
What's the best advice you've ever gotten about relationships?
So crazy enough, I think I was like 10, and my dad was like, I was crying over like a little crush I had. So and he was like, "Let me tell you something." And I was 10, mind you. So this didn't even click till like 10 years later. He was like, "Just because she's the love of your life doesn't mean you're the love of hers."
Mm, that's dope.
And I was 10. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hit me with that type of knowledge at 10. I was like, I don't know what that means. And he was like, stop crying, don't worry about it. When I became older, I was like, okay, I get it.
Makes
So
sense. Mm.
Just because you meet someone and you might feel the sparks or you like them or whatever, it doesn't mean she gotta like you back. It doesn't make it mandatory. So
And as we do know by being adults, that feelings come and they go. Like you think about the first time you got married, or your first crush, or the first person you thought you loved, and now you think about them back, and you be like, I don't even know why I like that person, let alone love them. Like life goes on with or without them at the end of the day. So I think love is a choice you make every day. And as long as you're choosing that person and choosing to love them, you will be okay. Once you stop because of how you feel, which is why a lot of divorces are happening because they feel like, this is not something I want to do anymore. But once you make that commitment, you should be sticking to that commitment. Like you said, when you get married again, that's it. She needs to know
oh,
that's it. No more divorce.
I promise. We'll be estranged.
Y'all will be
We'll be
estranged,
estranged. I
but
don't
no
care.
divorces happen.
Yeah, I'm not finding nothing. When he asked, I'm like, I've lived there yesterday. I don't know what she's talking about.
Oh my God. Oh gosh. Chanel said, did I miss his age? How old is he? Yes, you missed it. You want to tell her again? I
I'm
remember
40.
43.
I'm 43.
Yes, he just had a birthday. All right. Second to last question. I'm sorry, what would your friends and family say is your biggest strength and weakness in relationships?
My biggest strength and
And
weakness.
not just romantic relationship. Think about relationships overall with
Oh,
family,
compassion.
friends. Yes. Okay.
Compassion is my biggest strength, and my biggest weakness is my compassion. Still, still, my compassion would
What?
probably be my
Your
biggest strength.
biggest weakness and strength, compassion.
Yeah.
Chanel wants to know when is your birthday. Oh my God, we talked about that like twice as well. He just
Here
celebrated
we
a
go.
birthday.
Here we go.
I'm gonna have to have her run it back. Like I'm gonna need you to rewind.
Here we go.
So what's
Here we
gonna
go.
happen is he's gonna put his contact information for the ladies. So if y'all want to contact him, because I'm gonna end because this is coming to an end. This is my last question, and he's gonna give his information, and then however y'all want to contact, and then just cut out the middleman, which is me.
What's
Um,
the last book I read? I love that
but if you
question.
want to tell her your birthday again, that's up to you, completely up to you. But he did just celebrate a birthday.
Last, I wanna answer her question because I do love that. I'm an
Okay.
avid book reader. What's the
Okay.
last book I read? Letters from Birmingham, Martin Luther King Jr. Letters he wrote from jail. And if you haven't read it, it's an offend. I read that and I read Soul of a Panther, the Huey Newton book. But right now I'm reading a lot of teacher education books. But those are the actual last two books I read.
That's pretty dope. And I think on your Instagram, you kind of post what you read and stuff like that.
So what I don't post that stuff.
No, you don't. I thought I seen
So
that.
the stuff that I post on my Instagram, those are the books I wrote. Those
That you
that is
wrote?
yeah,
You write books?
I wrote 4 books. Yeah, so
Wow, I didn't know that. That's amazing. Well, I tell you, that is awesome. Bessie said, "That's what I say. No divorce for me. You better go to sleep on the sofa.
that's what I'm saying. Listen, if you think
Better
I'm
go in the
playing,
other
I'm not
room. Go."
signing nothing. I will commit myself to the nut house before you think I'm signing some paperwork. You gonna have to
The
get a
nut
different
house.
deal for me. This picture ain't coming. Ain't no pins working in the house. If you think I'm signing something, I'm sorry. You stuck. You better
All right,
unhype me with your name or something.
we're gonna go on to the last question and then wrap this up, and then I'm gonna let you give your information. What is one thing you are working on to be a better person slash partner?
I think I am working on I think I'm always working on my patience.
Okay.
I think I'm always working because like everybody has peeves or something like that. But I think that when you meet somebody new,
Hmm.
you have to learn all those things all over again. So, and then it really just depends on patience and compassion because if it's somebody that you really, really like, right, they might do something that does work your nerves, but you're like, man, the benefits of being with that person, being around that person are bigger than this one thing. So you have to
Hmm.
learning to weigh the pros and cons correctly. So having the right patience to to sit through the entire thing and then make an educated decision. So patience instead of, because I know everyone's on this cut people off era. As soon as they breathe
Yeah,
wrong,
it's huge. It is
gone.
it's
Like,
so easy to just walk away from stuff. It's like, I don't have to deal with that. And then you go right back into that comfort zone state. But the hard thing is actually working through it. Like that's one of the things that mean a lot to me. If we can sit down, talk about it and work through it, because when you weigh the good and the bad, and the good like outweighs the bad by so much, and you're gonna let this one thing cause you to walk away from something good, it's ridiculous. So and it doesn't make sense. And then you out here in the dating pool again, trying to figure things out with the next person. And guess what? You're gonna find something you don't like about that person too. It's a
yeah.
never ending cycle. So why not just stick it out and make things work with your person? So I'm gonna let you give your information so these women can contact you. Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want to give out. And then we'll go from there. And I do thank you so very much for being on my show. I appreciate it. Go
I
ahead, Jay.
appreciate it. So my Instagram is my name, Justin. Excuse me, Plato, Plato, just one word. You'll see my face, and then my TikTok is J Bunny 82, which is where I get J from because everybody just turns Justin into J. Don't
Okay,
ask
I'm
me why.
like, wait, what? Jay Bunny?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
JAYBUNNY
82.
82, and that's the Instagram.
That's the TikTok. My Instagram is
Oh,
just
that's
my
the
name,
TikTok.
Justin Plato, Plato.
All right, and Justin
Okay.
Plato, JUSTIN
Yep.
PLATO. That's the Instagram. That's it. You don't want to give any more information. That's it.
I mean, I'm supposed to get my number out
No, I
on.
mean like your Facebook.
Oh, my Facebook got hacked during the election, so it's still under suspension for like another
Okay.
week. So
Okay.
it was crazy.
Okay. Well, thank you again so much for being on the show. I might have to have you come back with an update in case somebody does reach out to you. Have an amazing date. I hope you would keep your girl posted. I appreciate you again. I appreciate the audience, everybody from tuning in, asking the questions. Another great episode of my singles. Where's the love? And your girl Cree 21 Boom. Always staying sucker free. And I'm out.
All right. Peace.
Bye.